Hey guys, quick video here. Super excited to get this new Senna set. So these are limited edition. This is number 143. Obviously we're gonna open it up. I'm not a big fan of keeping stuff in the box, but yeah, box art. Actually, we'll talk a little bit about the box art first. I'll do a proper unboxing. So on the front, never seen an AFX set like this before where it's really, I mean, to me, this is a poster, and I know a lot of guys probably aren't gonna cut their box up to use this as a poster, but to me, this would make for an excellent, like kind of a wall poster. The sides have nothing on them. The back kind of has like a little, I guess you could say a monologue of Ayrton Senna. And then it wasn't super clear anywhere as to what track pieces came with this. It does show these layouts. And they do, I mean, this one has hairpin, chicane. This one doesn't have any. So I really don't know what to expect track-wise out of here. If it came with the stuff to make all of these, that would be amazing, because there's 18-inch radius. I mean, there's pretty much a variety of everything in here, at least in these layouts. So if that's the case, this will be a really, really good value as far as the track goes. Most guys are gonna be buying it for these cars. I mean, that's the reality of it. It is Mega G Plus platform still. I have heard, and we'll find out here shortly, that they are coming with a new motor. Or at least a motor with a red end bell instead of a green end bell, which that literally could just be plastic color. We'll definitely run them on the track to see, but yeah, I mean, we're gonna just dig into this thing and see what we got in the box. Obviously, if this was a regular set, I probably would just rip it open, but oh yeah, it does have 18-inch radius corners, which that's pretty sweet. Instructions. Looks like it has the typical AFX cardboard formed. Okay, so that's everything out of the box. We'll set that off to the side here. But yeah, so it does come with 2 chicanes. It also comes with the hairpin and the borders, which that is awesome right there. I've never seen a set come with that stuff. Your typical tri-power pack, which I don't suspect this to be changed because this is something that's UL certified, so I'll just leave that in there. Got the nice grid start. It is connected to, oh sorry, yeah, so we have the black and white powered terminal track, which I like this one a lot more than the orange one or the purple one, but and then the grid start is always a nice touch. Looks like we do just F1 style. We do have the silver, I think it's Armco barriers, silver guardrails, which those are pretty cool because normally you got just the old orange stuff. The 15-inch straights, looks like just regular old 15-inch straights. Have 2 squeeze sections, which is pretty sweet. Looks like these are gonna be 12-inch curves. So looks like we got 4 12-inch curves, 3 9-inch curves, and then you also have 3-inch straight and 6-inch straight in there, which that's pretty cool. So far, pretty stoked with the pieces that this thing comes with. That's really cool. And you know, the way that the stuff fits in here is nice. I probably already jacked it up because I took this out, but who cares? So stuff you guys are probably wanting to see is definitely the cars. So here is one of the cars, the John Player Special. As you can see, it does have the red in-belt motor. It actually, the rear end feels really, really good in that thing. It's not super sloppy and loose. So be excited to run that. It would be fantastic if this was an updated platform. The wing is a center mount, so if you plan on driving these and racing these, just be prepared that you're gonna break wings. Obviously you can super glue them back on there, but if you plan on driving it, I'm just saying it right now, just by the looks, you're definitely gonna be popping that rear wing off of there. This one looks like a little bit different setup. Very, very cool car. A lot of guys were like, oh, you could have made the cars look better. But seeing it in person, like, this is a very good kind of, I'll call it a retro mod of the original car. This one, maybe not as much, but they look really, really good. I'm actually really happy to feel that gear mesh. It looks like the pinion is the original pinion style for the Mega G Plus that has the longer tip on the pinion, which is cool. So pretty sweet. Let's dig into this corner. So got a whole bunch of 18-inch corners. So looks like we got 8 18-inch radius corners. They all feel really good. These in the past, if you do run these, or if you have, you might have noticed a low rail on them. I can show you guys how to fix that in another video. We got 15-inch radius corners, so we got 3 of those in here, which is pretty awesome because a lot of sets don't come with those. And then over here we have your favorite. I literally just threw away an entire crate full of these things, and I have more and more always. But 9-inch curve, quarter radius. I bet you that millions and millions and millions of those things have been made. We have the 120R controller, so 120 ohm controller, which is pretty much what you gotta use with the Mega G Plus can motor. And then we got some 6-inch curve corners. So a lot of guys hate these corners because they're so tight, but honestly, if you go through and spend the time to get these nice and flat when it's assembled, you can rip through them pretty dang good. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm actually really impressed and happy with the track pieces that come in here. So it does look like it does come with everything to make all of the layouts. So here is a layout sheet. So we have England, Italy, the US, which I'm not sure what track that was for the US.
Watkins Glen, maybe?
Yeah, it might be Watkins Glen. Kind of looks like it could be Budapest, but they're not saying that. And then Portugal, which is pretty cool. So super cool that it comes with all of those. I'm not sure which size footprints these make up. But another thing too that I'm sure will be highly sought after is all of the Senna decals. So it's pretty sweet. Owner's manual, looks pretty basic, same old stuff. And then we do actually have a contents list here. So shout out to AFX for doing this. If you are watching this or anybody from AFX, include the picture of this with your listings for these, or at least put that on the box just so that guys know what they're getting. I mean, this literally has more value for just the track here than what the entire thing cost. And then to me, the cars are a freebie on that. So I think a lot more people would buy it if they knew that, if they knew what track sections they were getting. So just a quick little shout out to you guys at AFX there, or Race Masters, sorry, not AFX, Race Masters. But yeah, so let's go pop the body off of one of these things and check it out. All right guys, we are in here. We're gonna pop the body off of this John Player Special, which I'm gonna throw my glasses on. I really don't wanna break it, and I know a lot of you will feel the same way. It's not wanting to come out without the axle popping out. So I'm gonna just grab a little flathead screwdriver and I'm gonna slide that down in between the chassis. Thing's still wanting to pop out. My goodness. Well, hopefully, okay, there we go. So now it popped out. So definitely make sure you're not just ripping on it, because the last thing we want is someone to break something like this. I mean, I'm treating these the same as the 6-wheel elf cars, just because we know how rare those things can be. But just looking at the motor, looks about the same. Aside from the red end bell, which that could be simple change. The rims are obviously custom for this one. You know, when we spin the wheels here, you can see the wobble, which obviously that's going to leave a lot to be desired when it comes to performance on the track. But I don't know if they care too much about that. But same with the rear end. We'll hit it up here on the run stand. And it sounds about the same, honestly. My guess is that it's the same spec, but we won't know without completely pulling one apart, which I doubt that I will do. But pickup shoes, all that stuff look the same. If this is a new spec motor, I would be willing to bet that we'll start seeing a lot more of the red end bell on most of the new cars. But you know, we just had a couple of new cars come out, or at least AFX did, and they didn't have that, so it's unknown right now. But I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with these. Because the wheels and stuff aren't really super true, I might just keep the body and I might tear into the car, and so that we can kind of figure out what the motor is. We'll actually do that. I'm fine doing that. So I'll dive into the car and we'll see what, if anything, is different on the motor. Something that originally would have changed if the motor was a more powerful motor, we would have seen a change in the controllers, just because as you increase power, you have to decrease the ohm setting on the controller. So going to a hotter motor would definitely require changing the controller, or if they didn't want to change the controller, if they cheaped out on that and they did give us a hotter motor, you're going to feel a lot more sponginess in the controller, and it actually will lead to more controller failures because you're basically losing the first quarter of the trigger. So I bet that they didn't change it, but I will pull this one apart and I'll let you guys know what I find on that. And yeah, hopefully that's it. I lied, and I'm not going to take the motor apart. And that's just because I don't believe that it has changed. So we're gonna run it on the track. I have one of the other newest Mega Gs out here. Has the same old green one in there, and just gauging off of the speed. So this is on fairly low voltage, but I am full punch down the straightaway and through the sweeper, and it doesn't feel any different than this car. If anything, this car actually feels a little bit more lively. Neither of them have been broken in or anything like that, but at this point that wouldn't matter. So my conclusion is that it's the same motor, just a red end bell, which is literally as simple as just changing the plastic when that run was made. So could also be a different motor factory, but I highly doubt that. My guess is that it's just different colored plastic. But cars side by side here, you can see the wing size difference. Wheelbase is the same, but they actually did a really good job of making that car, because in real life, this car was like only about 3/4 of the size of the new cars. They're so small, the original cars were. But shout out to Race Masters, great job on that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one.